is Gustavo Batista of Atos going up against Ruan Marquez. Double five. Ruan Oliveira, as we like to call it.
Yeah, first quarterfinal here. On the other side, the winner of this is going to face the winner of Otavio Souza and Leandro Lowe. So very exciting side of the bracket here, but they will have to make it through this quarterfinal match to get there.
Batista, one of the most consistent competitors in the game. This guy, you rarely see him in trouble. Always dangerous, regardless of what competition he enters or which division he enters, whether it's the absolutes or whether it's his weight class. He didn't do the absolute this weekend, decided to focus purely on his weight class. We saw him make the finals of the absolutes at Pans just a couple of months ago. And we saw him compete in the heavyweight GP up against some competitors much, much bigger than himself back in November. But here at the 2021 IBJJF World Championships, the #2 seed, Gustavo Batista, closed out his division with his teammate Lucas Hulk Barboza a couple of years ago. Hulk on the other side of this bracket, and I'm sure the Atos boys will be looking forward to try and do the same.
Yeah, there's a really nice grip by Ruan here. He released it now, but he was doing a good job negating the De La Riva of Gustavo with his right hand on the pant grip. Now Gustavo back in on the De La Riva on his left side. So we see, again, the same lasso sweep we saw earlier. Deep lasso, left leg over to reinforce it. Left hand on the pant grip helps him elevate and come up to finish that sweep.
Batista is one of those guys who's so good at using his legs to off balance and to get underneath the hips of his opponents and to sort of throw them up over the top or to off balance them, to throw them off one side or the other. And this is exactly what he's doing there against Ruan, to the point where the sweep looks pretty easy. But no, the work was done earlier in setting up that entire position, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes the end result looks easy, but we don't really notice that 5 or 6 things happened that led to that. They were back to back to back. And that use of the pant grip was really, really monumental in that finish.
See how the posture of Gustavo Batista, very low. He loves the pressure passing style. He's got pretty agile footwork. He's got pretty nimble footwork, I would kind of describe it as. He's a very mobile competitor from top when he wants to be, but at the same time, he's so good at locking down his opponents and really putting on the smash when necessary as well. So
yeah, interesting.
We'll see which strategy he elects to go with this time, right?
Yeah, he's doing the similar thing to Renato Canuto earlier, controlling both of the lapels, punching them under the armpits. But Marquez with some good collar control here, bringing that lapel around with his left side. Does need to be careful here with a bit of a stalling penalty risk.
However, it's like you described earlier, right? The way that Ruan is using his lapel up over the back like that, technically, Gustavo's defending an attack, so you can't really be penalized if you're defending an attack like that. So if Ruan wasn't pulling that guard in, that lapel in, excuse me, that collar in, then maybe Gustavo would have to be careful. But I think right now, the onus is on the bottom player to try and open things up.
Yeah, when the lapels get involved like that, posture's broken down. The referee can't justly call a penalty, in that case. So about a little over 4 minutes down, Gustavo has that 2-point lead from his sweep. It was finished with that pant grip. I see Gustavo looking over and talking to his corner, Andre Calval, a little bit. I'm not sure what he was saying, but might just be being a little bit patient here. The pressure is on Ruan, right? The pressure's on Ruan, so Gustavo could kind of hang out here as long as he's not going to get called for a penalty. He can kind of save some of his breath and recover a little bit before having to do some more explosive movement. Pace
slowed down somewhat now. Almost halfway through this match, believe it or not. It's Time seems to be running by pretty quick in some of these 10-minute matches. But Oliveira seems reluctant to open the guard. Doesn't seem to be particularly climbing much for anything except using these lapels. Oh, now he goes for, or trying to go for an arm wrap. That's actually quite a powerful control if he can wrap that collar all around the arm. But yeah, there's actually going to be double penalties.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think that's definitely fair. I like to see when Ruan goes underneath the leg, like he's trying to do again, when he scoops underneath with the right leg or with the right arm, he starts to create a better angle. Now the guard is open, though, so we'll see a little bit more movement from Gustavo Batista as well. Referee trying to pull that gi back a little bit.
I think every time he does, it's going to get pulled back out again.
Yeah, really good use of the collars here by Gustavo. He just pulls the head up, brings his elbows in tight, almost like a lap pull, and then brings his own head down towards Ruan, so it really just compresses the guard and takes away all of Ruan's mobility. If his back is up off the mat, he can't really get any power rotation. And a bit of a switch to a knee cut here. Stapling the arm down with the right leg, and now we're going to have like a forced half guard almost, unless he can't get rid of the knee shield.
Man, Batista is so good at dominating from these positions. The way that he's get these grips, this knee slide, this is textbook. This is textbook. This is a perfect view of it as well. Look at that. The way that, like I said earlier with that sweep, the hard work is done way before in setting those grips and getting the posture right. And then the pass, it almost just presents itself. It's almost like he just slides through the guard with no effort whatsoever, not realizing, maybe as a viewer, that, man, he did all the hard work earlier. The Ruan had pretty much nothing going on there, and that's why the guard pass appeared to be so easy.
Absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see if this will be a second guard pass, because he did recover for a split second, but it wasn't a full recovery.
Yeah, I guess that they didn't award him the second pass points.
No, it'll just stay the one, so he was already passed the whole time. And nice clearing of the armpit, or the clearing of the arm from Batista, using his right knee to come under the left elbow. Pop that arm up. It starts to allow for easier transitions to the mount, takes away the frame.
Man, he is such a bulldozer. I love the way that he just grinds through people's guards. And then when he gets into this top position, he's just so heavy. That crossface, super powerful. Looks like he's got, the power crossface. He actually has the grip of the lapel up through the armpit. And now
Beautiful
look at this,
transition.
Going high. Got the armbar attack here. Gustavo Batista looking for the arm. Ruan Oliveira in deep trouble here. Can't quite see from this angle, unfortunately, but it looks like that arm is hyperextended, and he gets the submission. Gustavo Batista will advance here in this medium heavyweight division. Man, what a clinical performance.
Really, really incredible. And he will be looking to face in the semifinals the winner of Otavio Souza and Leandro Lowe, which we're going to see next. So it's nice that he got to have a submission finish. Didn't have to have a barn burner match for 10 minutes because he's going to need that energy.
Yeah, 8 minutes, conservative. Did what was necessary. Didn't overexert himself. Got the submission win.
Gustavo Batista into the semis, guaranteed medalist now. And up next, we are going to see the other side of the semifinals play out. Or the other side of the quarterfinals for the future semifinalists play out.
Here's a quick look at the replay of the best moments here. That sweep, the grips. Man, it's amazing. The sleeve grip, the use of the legs, control, and then this heavy, heavy pressure from top position. The way that he just forced Ruan Oliveira to turn looks effortless, but that is jiu-jitsu. Great jiu-jitsu at work right there. Clinical performance, really. Great submission there for Gustavo Batista.